Good evening, everybody. Today, actually, we are continuing with the Buddha Jaya Mangala Gatha. This is in the pre-K 37. So we follow week by every sometimes whenever we continue verses by verses, and now we're coming to the sixth one, the seventh one. Sorry, the seventh one. So altogether there is eight in the Buddha Jaya Mangala Gatha. There is eight altogether. But today we are one before the last one. This is the seventh one. This is the story about how the Buddha is taming or training or the victory or subjecting under him the Naga, the king Naga, which called Nandopananda. Okay, Nandopananda is a Naga, it's a celestial sentient being, which have a supernormal power. Normally people, when they are practicing very strong concentration, if they die, they have also good quality, they become like angels, but special angels with supernormal power. Okay, but sometimes they can be arrogant, they can be related to the Buddha religion, sometimes they don't, because many people maybe in India or other places, in America, maybe they're practicing strong concentration, they are also good people. So when they die, they can fall into this kind of, let's say, word. Okay, we call it word. And so today we are going to talk about how the Buddha is using actually Mahamugalana. Mahamugalana was his left attendant, okay, the left student or assistant of the Buddha. His name was Mahamugalana. He had the power of strong concentration by himself. So the Buddha using the strong concentration of Mahamugalana to let's say train or to get a victory or to taming that this Naga, which called Nandopananda. So first, before I go to the story itself, and I show you more details about the word, the cosmology of the Buddha, I want just to inform you about where is this coming from in the sutta, because this is sutta. It's not story for monks. It's coming from sutta themselves, and there is one in the Khuddaka Nikaya. This is the okay. So after the Buddha passed away, the monk gathered together, and Ananda he shared with the monk the stories about what happened with the 500 monks. The Buddha shared with Ananda share with them story about what happened with in the time of the Buddha. So they collect like these collections of long stories, middle stories, short stories. So now we are talking about story that coming from the short story. It's called in Pali, we call it Khuddaka. Khuddaka like a Kindle. Okay, Nikaya, it's collection or and then or discourse. Okay, short discourse, and then the book itself that inside the Khuddaka, it's called Apadana. Apadana, there is no really, we don't really understand what is the meaning of the word Apadana, but actually what is appear in the Apadana is a story of the life of the Buddha, or a past life, or story of the life of Pacheka Buddha, and story of monks, important monks of the Buddha, elders, and story of Bhikkhuni also. So it's something like four parts. You have four parts. So in these four parts, like I told you, one of them, it's called Tere Gata. Tere, it means elders. So it's a story of monk, which is elders. One of them is Mugalana. So this is appear there. Okay. Now from there is a commentary. There is other one monk, one man named Dhammapala. He make a commentaries. He explained more details that is not written really in the book of Apadana. So it became the commentary on Apadana. So there you have this story also. I will show you. I make a copy paste. I wanted to show you the website where this book is written, because it's from the Pali Text Society. They translate it. Okay, no money. One man, no money, translated from Pali. So this is in the Pali Text Society. There is the translation to English. So this is also another place. So this is the Therigatha, this is the source, and also you have it in the commentary to the Apadana. And then there is another place which is there. It's in the Visuddhimagga. Visuddhimagga, the Buddha Gotha, he writes this. It was on the 5th century. It was on the 5th century. And he actually, what the Buddha Gotha make, he take from the Sila, from the Vinaya, from the precept books, from the Abhidhamma, and from the Sutta, and he built like Sila Samatipanya. Okay, he explaining the Sila, how it's helping to, or the precept, keeping the precept, talk about how the monk precept, the Bhikkhuni precept, how it's helping to develop concentration, and he talked very deep about concentration, how it's developed wisdom. So because he also had the subject there about concentration, this our story, it's part of the concentration, because Mahamoggallana using a concentration, supernormal power, okay, psychic power to overcome Nandopananda. So that's why the reason that in the Visuddhimagga, the same story is there. And then there is one more place that it's related. It's the Dhammapada. The Dhammapada 411. In the Dhammapada 411, there is the Buddha, he embraced Mahamoggallana because of this winning. He fight with Nandopananda and win. So the Buddha is there, the sentence, and the commentary for the Dhammapada is actually telling the story. So this is 3 places where actually coming this our story to us, that we know what happened in this occasion. So maybe I will share with you, because I make a copy paste and I make some kind of PDF presentation of our story. So yeah, you can see, yeah. So our story is Buddha trained Nandopananda. Nandopananda is actually a naga, like I said, like a snake, yeah, celestial snake, and he using the supernormal power from the Mahamoggallana, as I told you. So this is our subject. Now I will ask Lisa, please, if you can just read there, because what we are doing now, we are talking about first from the Buddha Jaya Mangala. Okay, so if you read on the, remember, Nandopananda Viputan, so this is the chanting from there. And the translation for this verse, this is mean this one.
Nandopananda was a serpent with great power, but wrongly used. The Lord of Sages defeated him by means of a display of marvels, sending his son, Moggallana, the serpent elder, to tame him. By the power of this may you have victory blessed.
Okay, so everybody, when you could hear what Lisa was reading, could hear it in the from my computer. Yeah, so you hear it. Very good. So what is mean naga? I show you. Naga is this sentence. You see here, it show you. This is the mountain. This is mountain. This is everything celestial. Soon I show you the cosmology of Buddhism. We are talking about trip that here the Buddha with his 500 monks, group of monks. You see, this is actually this bug, big snake. This is Moggallana. Mugalana is just another monk, but he make himself by the supernormal power as a snake, like this. This mountain, you will not be able to see this mountain. You need strong concentration to see this mountain. Our world is very, very small on this mountain. It's outside on the lake. Should answer you. This is called Sonero mountain, and this is going into the galaxy. This is supernormal power. People they can see. We cannot see like this. So it's like angels living there. This is the word that it's going into the galaxy. It's over the sun, over the moon, everything. Yeah. So here, this is the illustration. They show you this is Nandopananda. It is very, very small. Connect to what the power that Mugalana himself make. Soon we go to the story itself. Just now I show you background, something like. So what is the cosmologic of the Buddhism? This is shown like this. Our heart is here. We are living here. If you go around us, like in the universe, in all the stars, there is a big, big oceans that we are just one island in. And this is very, very far. There is another island here, also human being actually living. They are living long, long time. Okay, you have to understand. I'm not talking about going to America, going to Australia. I'm talking about going by satellite and they have to fly very, very. But also you cannot see it because this is about supernormal powers and the angels they can travel. Okay, so here there is the Sumero mountain. Here there is a mountain. If you are able to see by power of strong concentration, there is a big, big mountain. This is himself surrounding by circles of mountains. Here there is a big, big sea, ocean. Okay, so we are here. This is the hell and Peta. But this is not for our explanation. The hell and Peta is going under. Now, this Sumero mountain, in the middle of Sumero mountain, there is one. Today we was chanting the Dhamma Chakpavanatana Sutta. We talk about Jatu Maharajika Deva. This means the four great kings. This is four great kings. They are living here, in the middle of the mountain. In there is the angels. For example, Naga is there. Kyaka is there. Many of them, they're also traveling and coming around the world. So in our world, so in the tree, you can have them, you can see them in different kinds. They are living between us also. So they are traveling up and down, but officially world is up there in the middle of this mountain. Okay? This is the Sumero mountain. And this is going into the galaxy. Okay, you think this is not the mountain you see here in, I don't know, whatever. Even not Himalaya, it's not compared. It's much more bigger than it's over the moon and the sun. Okay. Anyway, in the middle, it's the four great king, and the Naga is living there also. So Naga also coming to the human being here, and Naga have supernormal power. So sometimes even they can change the form. They can be different things. For example, one Naga came to the Buddha in the heart, and he make himself like a human being. And he said, I want to be monk. But Buddha see by supernormal power that this is not human being. Even he looks like human being. He see that this is Naga, he looks like human being. He asked him, are you human being? So he will not tell lies, the Naga. So the Naga tell him, no, I'm not a human being, I'm a Naga. So the Buddha say, I'm sorry, Naga cannot be ordained. Only human being can ordain. Yeah, because officially they cannot practice. They can get the wisdom when they are hearing, because they are angels. They are very good. That's why they became angels. Okay, so this is then Naga is living here with the four great king. Here there is a four great king. Now on the top of Sumero mountain, you see there is a city. This city is called the 33. The god of the 33. to see Tawatimsa heaven. Also in the chanting today with the Dhammachak, we was talking about this. So there is here the king of them, okay? His name is Saka. His name is Saka. Saka, and he have also temple and the flag showing off that this temple is there, okay? So what happened is that now the Buddha is going to travel from the earth up to the 33. So when he traveled from the world of human beings here to the 33, he must cross over the four great king, which is the Naga also living there. Okay? So this is something like background on picture, how what is going to be. So now I will continue. I will show you in the PDF. You see, this is the commentary to the Apadana. Yeah, I told you Apadana commentary. It's called Atakata. Okay, this is how they call it. Atakata. It's in commentary, and this is the commentary biography on Mahamugaran, because you have it many different monks. So I just copy it. And we will not read it from here. I just wanted to show you that this exists. So you will see the source. You just don't hear the story. You also see where it's coming from, the Buddha stories. Okay? So we don't read it anyway. It's very familiar. It's very similar to the next one that we are going to read. This is from the Visuddhimagga, from the path of purification. Okay, Visuddhimagga. This is, I told you, the books that Buddha Gosai writes about Sila, Samadhi, Panya, how they helping and developing each other, and how it's come all the way to Nirvana. So there he want to explain, Buddha Gosa want to explain about concentration. So we talk about different level of concentration. One of them, we want to talk about psychic power or supernormal power. So our story is belong to this subject. That's why this subject is appearing in the Visuddhimagga. Okay? So now we will, maybe Lisa, you can read. You can read our story, and I will explain what happened there.
At one time, it seemed, when the householder Anathapindika had heard the blessed one preaching the Dhamma, he invited him thus: "Venerable sir, take alms at our house together with 500 people." And then he departed.
Okay, one moment. So this is how the story started. Anathapindika, he was living in a place called Savatthi. Savatthi is north of India, nearby Nepal. It's a big city that time. And Anathapindika was a millionaire. He offered the Jeta Grove, the Jeta land, he offered it to the Buddha as a monastery. So the Buddha used to stay there sometimes and also give Dharma talk and teaching. So one evening, one time, there, one afternoon, and the Buddha gave lecture in the Jeta Grove in Savatthi, and Anathapindika go to listen to the Dhamma talk. So when he finished to listen to the Dhamma talk, he was very excited. He said to the Buddha, "Please, tomorrow I want to invite you for lunch." Okay? So this is how the story starts.
The blessed one consented. When the rest of that day and part of the night had passed, he surveyed the 10,000-fold world element in the early morning. Then the royal Naga...
Sorry, one moment. Okay, well, we will continue. But first, you see what the Buddha made. Okay, give the lecture. Anathapindika was happy about it. Said to the Buddha, "I want to invite you tomorrow for lunch." Okay, something maybe 11:30 or in our time. He invite them to come 11:30, about noon, nearly noon time. So the Buddha keep quiet. It means he agreed. So then the Buddha, he was finishing the Dharma talk, and then the night coming, and the Buddha have a schedule of the day that, for example, in the morning we go Brindabad, in the afternoon, he was sitting meditation after this, and then he teaching monks, and then so in the night, sometimes he was sitting meditation, and with the third eyes searching around the world, he see who is the people, who is the creatures, who is the sentient beings that I can teach him, and he ready really to get my Dharma. So this is what happened in the Buddha. He was searching now the world with his power to see who is the people, who is the sentient beings, who is the creatures that I really can teach him. Yeah.
Then the royal Naga serpent called Nandopananda came within the range of his knowledge. The blessed one considered him thus: this royal Naga has come into the range of my knowledge. Has he the potentiality for development? Then he saw that he had wrong view and no confidence in achievement.
Okay. One moment. You see, in this moment, suddenly the Buddha is thinking about this Naga, this king, Naga king, which is actually angel. Okay, he's not talking. He's not among human beings in the world. He's in the angels' world, and he is not believing on the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. He have wrong view, but the Buddha didn't think about him just like this. He understood that this wrong view or this Naga, which is wrong view, he will be capable to learn from me. Yeah, yeah.
He considered that who is there that can cure him of his wrong view? He saw that the elder Mahamoggallana could. Then when
Okay, sorry. You see, so he think, okay, this Naga have a potential to understand, and who I can use to help him. Mahamoggallana, because he Naga have supernormal power. Moggallana have also supernormal power. Other monks also have supernormal, but Mahamoggallana have special supernormal power. He is the only one which will be able to help to this very, very strong, mighty Naga. Why Naga have supernormal power? Because when he was a human being, he was practicing so many reincarnations. That's why he developed this supernormal power. Now he born as a Naga Indian, so he can convert his body to be different things. Okay, so that's why it happened that Naga have supernormal power. But Mahamoggallana is human being. He also developed this kind of quality very, very strong, more than other students. Yeah.
Then when the night had turned to dawn, after he had seen to the needs of the body, he addressed the Venerable Ananda. Ananda, tell 500 bhikkhus that the Perfect One is going on a visit to the gods.
Wonderful. You see what the Buddha finish early morning, wash himself, clean himself, I don't know, whatever, toilet. And then he said to Ananda, we are going to travel to the universe, to use celestial trip, not walking by foot to another country. We are going to use our mind to send our mind to the God of the 33. Okay, to go up on the mountain of Sumero mountain. Yeah.
It was on that day that they had got a banquet place ready for Nandopananda. He was sitting on a divine couch with a divine white parasol held aloft, surrounded by the three kings of dancers and a retinue of nagas, and surveying the various kinds of food and drinks served up in divine vessels. Then the blessed
One more. Okay, so you see, in this moment, when the Buddha is going, now you see, this is morning. We are very early, maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. The Buddha is leaving with the monks, supernormal power, getting out from the body, sending out themselves into the universe, okay, to the celestial trip, celestial world. We cannot see them. If we will practice, we will look around. We don't know. Maybe we see Buddha sitting meditation. We don't know what happened. But 500 monks, these have power of concentration. They go together with the Buddha like this. And they are traveling. In this moment, this time, exactly early morning, the Naga, Nandopananda, making a festival. He's a king. He's eating many women, I don't know, friends around them, whatever, having a good time. Please.
Then the Blessed One so acted that the royal Naga saw him as he proceeded directly above his canopy in the direction of the divine world of the 33, accompanied by the 500 beasts. Then this evil view aroused in Nandopananda.
Sorry. Now Nandopananda making this, Nandopananda making this feast, and suddenly looking above. What is this? Who? The monk. The monk flying over me. The legs is on directions to me. Because why? I show you that the four great kings, they are in the middle of Sumeru mountain. So the Buddha want to go up to the king, the 33. So we have to climb over the four great king. Yeah, I showed you before. If you want, I show you again. One moment. We are in 109. So I will come back to this again. I will show you. Yeah, we go again here. You see, the Buddha is living here.
Okay.
Nandopananda living here. Huh? You got it? You see, everything is okay? Yeah, and then the Buddha want to go here.
No.
Up. Okay, so the Buddha is traveling like this, and then he must cross over this one. Nandopananda staying here, making the festival here. This is his word. Okay, and then he see the Buddha above him. So he's not happy about this. Why these monks, they are traveling around me, up on me? Huh? This is not polite what they are doing. This is something they say, wrong view come on him. Because the Buddha is very high. Okay, he should be very happy. But he don't understand about Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So he's not happy why the Buddha is traveling up over him. Yeah. Okay, I will come back again to our story. 109. Okay. Yeah.
Then this evil view arose in Nandopananda, the royal Naga. There go these bald-headed monks in and out of the realm of the 33 directly over my realm. I will not have them scattering the dirt of their feet on our heads.
You see what he talk? He say, Buddha have dirty feet go over me. This is not polite for them to do it. So something like that thinking can go.
He got up and he went to the foot of Sineru. Changing his form, he surrounded it 7 times with his coil.
Okay, now you see, you remember in the picture when I showed you before, you see the snakes going around the mountain. This is show that what he have done. He want to stop the Buddha with the monk. So he go around, he make himself very big snake. And he go over the mountain, the Sumeru mountain, and cover it with his body. Okay? So then you see what happened when he done it.
Then he spread his foot over the realm of the 33 and made everything there invisible.
He just became like, he covered the mountain, something like don't let the monks to go there. So he covered it totally. Yeah. Yeah. Then venerable.
Then he spread,
then venerable 110.
The Venerable Rapapala said to the Blessed One, Venerable Sir, standing in this place formerly I used to see Sineru and the ramparts of Sineru, and the 33 and the Vajrayanta Palace, and the flag over the Vajrayanta Palace. Venerable Sir, what is the cause, what is the reason why I now see neither Sineru nor the flag over the Vajrayanta Palace?
You see, Ratapala, he cannot, because now the Naga, he covered all the mountain. It became very cloud, like dark. Okay, something like he cannot see anything. So I don't understand why is it that now he cannot see the mountain, the top of the mountain. He said normally when I'm traveling, we all the time can see the palace of the Saka, the king of the 33, the top of the Spitz, the top of the mountain. We can see it. We can see the flags there. We can see everything. What is the reason now we cannot see it? Yeah. Yeah.
This royal Naga called Nandopananda is angry with us, Pala. He has surrounded Dinero 7 times with his coils, and he stands there covering us with his great foot, making it dark.
You see, you see what the Buddha explained? He tell him, the reason that you cannot see it because it's dark so much, and then he tell him about the Nandopananda that he crawl himself 7 rounds around the mountain, and that's why he cannot see it. So what Rapaparai said to the Buddha?
I will tame him, venerable sir. But the Blessed One would not allow it.
He said, I will take over. I will teach him. I will train him. Let me do the work. I will go and I show him what is it not to behave. So the Buddha said, no, you don't do it. It is not your duty to do it. Yeah, please.
Then the Venerable Bhatia and the Venerable Rahula and all the bhikkhus in turn offered to do so.
Everybody wants to teach Nandopananda. But all of them, the Buddha refused. He said, no, 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 no. And then?
But the Blessed One would not allow it. Last of all, the Venerable Mahamoggallana said, I will tame him, Venerable Sir. The Blessed One allowed it.
You see, so then the last one say it's Mahamoggallana. And the Buddha know that Mahamoggallana have some training or characteristics or develop things that no other monks have it. Okay? So he said, please Mahamoggallana, go and teach him. Train him.
The elder abandoned that form and assumed the form of a huge royal Naga.
He changed himself because normally we are monks, okay? We are just human beings. But he has supernormal power. So he changed himself to bigger Naga than Nandopananda. Okay?
And he surrounded Nandopananda 14 times with his coils and raised his foot above the other foot, and he squeezed him against Sunero.
What he have done? Now Nandopananda is crawling Sunero 7 times. So Mahamoggallana make himself bigger than Nandopananda, and 14 times he crawled and smash him into the mountain.
The royal Naga produced smoke. The elder said, there is smoke not only in your body, but also in mine. And he produced smoke. The royal Naga's smoke did not distress the elder, but the elder's smoke distressed the royal Naga.
So he smashed him, and then Nandopananda, he said, okay, I will fight different way. I let the smoke coming, and you know, this is like a dragon, huh? Like this. Go. So he made the smoke into the Mahamoggallana. But Mahamoggallana, it didn't affect on him. He said, also, I can make a smoke. Okay, I also, Naga, I also can make a smoke. He makes smoke stronger. So Nandopananda, he cannot take it. It was too strong for him.
Then the royal Naga produced flames. The elder said, there is fire not only in your body, but also in mine, and he produced flames. The royal Naga's fire did not distress the elder, but the elder's fire distressed the royal Naga.
So flame was not a success. So he said, okay, now I send smoke not a success. He said, I will send fire. He said, and then he sent fire like a dragon to Moggallana. But Moggallana, it didn't affect him. He had stronger concentration even than Naga. So that Mahamoggallana said to Nandopananda, I have also fire. And then he sent the fire to Nandopananda, and it's really effect on them. It was very strong to them. Okay?
The royal Naga thought, he has squeezed me against Dinero, and he has produced both smoke and flame. Then he asked, sir, who are you? I am Moggallana.
Okay. You see what happened? Nandopananda was so strong with so strong power of concentration Naga. And then he wonder why this Naga is more stronger than me. Who is really this Naga? So he asking Moggallana, I don't know who is this Naga. He asked, who you are? And then he said, I am Bamugalana. So you see, they are good people. They know, even they know names. Immediately you recognize that actually this is not a Naga, it's a monk. His name Mugalana, I know.
Venerable Sir, resume your proper bhikkhu state.
You see, because he know who is this. What he tell him? Change yourself to bhikkhu. I know you are a monk. Mugalana should be monk. So show me that you are really monk. He didn't even ask him, who is this Mugalana? He know exactly what is Mugalana. Who is this Mugalana? So he just asked him, oh, so if you are Mugalana, show me that you are really Mugalana. You must be a monk, not Naga.
The elder abandoned that form, and he went into his right ear and came out from his left ear.
You see what he make? Now Mugalana change from the Naga into just normal, very small, tiny monk, because this is Sumero, it's so big, and Naga so big, but we are human beings. We are very small according to this. So it means that in the moment that Mahamugalana changed himself to be monk, he became very, very small if you compare it to the Naga. So he became very small. So he can go into this from one year to another year of the Naga. Okay? And then this.
Then he went into his left ear and came out from his right ear. Likewise, he went into his right nostril and came out from his left nostril.
He started to disturb him, going into his nose, into his eye, ear, traveling inside them and going out.
Then he went into his left nostril and came out from his right nostril. Then the royal Naga opened his mouth. The elder went inside it, and he walked up and down, east and west, inside his belly.
Going inside, and start to make a walking meditation inside, disturbing him, the Naga. Like you think you have a mosquito troubling you so much, so something.
The blessed one said, Mogalana, Mogalana, beware, beware.
Now you see what happened. Now Mugalana is inside the stomach of on the mouth of the Naga, and now the Buddha getting involved. The Buddha said to Mugalana, "Be careful. Something very very strong coming to be now." Okay, you worrying Mugalana. Be careful now, because the Buddha know already future, you know everything. So he tells Mugalana, "Be careful. Be aware. Something very very strong going to be now." Yeah.
This is a mighty Naga. The elder said, Venerable Sir, the four roads to power have been developed by me, repeatedly practiced, made the vehicle, made the basis, established, consolidated, and properly undertaken.
You see, what is the Mugarana? Why he say to Buddha? He say, I developed something like they call it in Pali. It's called Idi Vida. Idi Vida. It's two words. One of them is Ida. It means psychic power. Okay, it's very strong power of psychic, of supernormal power, of concentration. And Vida, it means of all kind. It means that if you develop these kind of things, you can change everything. You want to change this to another things, you can change this to another things. And also you can, they say like this, they call it knowledge that enable to create and to transform everything. Whatever you want to transform, to change, to do, you can do with your power. Yeah? So you can control something like other things to change them, to make them different things. And this is like we have a four like this. So Mahamugalana say to the Buddha, I develop and I train this very, very well. Many, many reincarnations already. And no other monks have this power. Only Mahamugalana has this power. Okay, this is very special. Here they just mention four jhana, but actually all the supernormal power coming from the four jhana. Yeah.
I can tame not only Nandopanandas, Venerable Sir, but 100,000 royal Nagas like Nandopananda. The royal Naga thought, when he went into the first place, I did not see him. But now when he comes out, I shall catch him between my fangs and chew him up.
Okay, now you see, first I want to explain again, because Mahamugalana developed all these things. What is Naga? Naga, he has supernormal power, but it's not mean that they are very, very strong, necessary. They didn't develop all this power. So officially, Mugalana have more strong power and psychic power than the Naga himself. So he can do tricks that the Naga cannot do. That's why he can overcome. He can show him, I can do more than you. You are Naga, I'm human being, but I have more power than you because I develop more powers. And that's why he say, I can take over 1,000 like you, okay? Or 100,000 like you. He explained to the Buddha, I know how to do it because I did. And then the Naga say, okay, I use the trick, different thing. I let them go out, and then I will kill him. I destroy him. When you just go as a human being, I know what to do with him. Yeah.
Then he said, Venerable sir, come out. Do not keep troubling me, walking up and down inside my belly. The elder came out and stood outside. The royal Naga recognized him and blew a blast from his nose.
You see, the poison. He take very, very strong poison into the body of this little man, this little monk. Okay? Something like you want to, this is poison, very, very strong wind of poison from his mouth into the into directions to the Mahamugalaga, which is can destroy everything. Yeah.
The elder attained the fourth jhana, and the blast failed to move even a single hair on his body.
You see, when you make this power, like I told you before, what happened that this actually nothing can touch him in this moment. So all this poison didn't affect on his body at all. Like even not small air can affect him. This is the strong power of concentration in this game. They call it go into the four jhana. Like I told you, all this magic must come from four jhana. In the third jhana and second jhana and first jhana, they cannot get it. And the supernormal power must come from the four jhanas. Yeah.
The other bhikkhus would, it seems, have been able to perform all the miracles up to now. But at this point they could not have attained with so rapid a response, which is why the Blessed One would not allow them to tame the royal Naga.
You see, this is why there is the Buddha saying to everybody, no, 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 refuse to anyone. Because the Buddha knew already that this occasion coming to be. So the Buddha knew that in the moment that they have to face with this kind of strong, this poison coming, no one of them will really take over this kind of strong power of the poison. Only Mugalana had this training, so training that he can take it.
The royal Naga thought, I have been unable to move even a single hair on this monk's body with the blast from my nose. He is a mighty monk. The elder abandoned that form and having assumed the form of a Supana.
Okay, you see what happened now. What is Supana? I show you what is Supana. We are on 115. Okay, I will come back to the 115. First, I want to show you what is Supana. You know very well, I think, the people that show in India all these symbols. This is Supana. This is Supana. And like this, you know better Supana. And this Supana is actually birds. What the birds, what the eagle like to eat? Snakes. So these birds, they are the enemy of the snakes. So what happened with Mugalana? You are Naga, I am the birds, I can eat you. Okay? So he changed, Mugalana changed himself. 115. Yeah. So what Mugalana make, it's not only I can take over whatever you do with me, you cannot harm me. But actually I can harm you. Because I can make myself Supana. You're afraid from me very much. Yeah, because Supana is the enemy of the snakes. The snakes will see him immediately, you have to run away. So the Buddha and the Mahamugalana make himself this bird Supana and start to fly around the Naga. Huh? Something that make him scared.
He pursued the royal Naga, demonstrating the Sthana's class. The royal Naga abandoned that form and having assumed the form of a young Brahman, he said,
Yeah, you see what happened? You see, wow, this monk too much. It was so strong power. I really, really have to bow to him. So he make the naga, this small, small, big naga that I just showed you the picture. He will make himself because he have supernormal power. I told you that one naga come to the Buddha as a human being wanted to a day. So in this case, this naga, Nandopananda, make himself also as a young man, Brahmin, okay? Just ordinary man. And he come and he bow to Mahamogalana. You see, wow, this is really great monks. So strong power. Yeah.
Venerable sir, I go for refuge to you. And he paid homage at the elders.
See, come and pay respect to the. He even don't know about the. Don't know, think about the Buddha yet. He actually know about Buddha, but he don't think about the Buddha. He think first I will pay respect to you. Okay.
The elders said, the master has come, Nanda. Come, let us go to him.
So he say, come, the Buddha is here. My teacher is here. So now it's also your teacher. He came. Let's go and pay respect to the Buddha. So I showed you before on the mountain that the Buddha come with standing with the other monks there, looking at all this what happened. Huh?
So having tamed the royal Naga, he deprived him of his poison. He went with him to the Blessed One's presence. The royal Naga paid homage to the Blessed One and said, Venerable sir, I go for refuge to you. The
Yeah.
Blessed One said, May you be happy, royal Naga.
Sukita onto. Sukita onto means you be happy. And this is what the Buddha bless him. Something like now take out the proud and change the wrong view of Nandopananda, make his mission already. So Nandopananda is safe from the wrong view. You see the compassion of the Buddha. He make all these things, and this is only morning or not yet noontime. They're in the morning, huh? They have to eat lunch. They didn't even eat lunch yet because they get invitation. The Buddha promised to Anathapindika, I'm coming to your lunch. So if we stay too long, he break promise. So now what the Buddha doing?
Then he went, followed by the community of people, to Anantapindika's house.
He complete his mission. He have to come to take lunch now. So it's many few hours, maybe 4 hours, all this fighting, but we just got hearing now.
Anandapindika said, Venerable sir, why have you come so late? There was a battle between Moggallana and Nandopananda. Who won, Venerable sir? Who was defeated? Moggallana won. Nanda was defeated. Anandapindika said, Venerable sir, let the Blessed One consent to my providing meals for 7 days in a single period, and to my honoring the elder for 7 days.
You see, the Buddha, and what happened is that Anandapindika, he come to take lunch with the, like he promised, okay? So Anandapindika noticed that the Buddha a little bit late. So he asked, why did you come a little bit late? He said, I'm sorry, we have a butterfly, something to settle, right? And then we tell him about this butterfly, the butterfly, the war between Ananda and Mugalana and Nandopananda. So he asked who win? He said the Mugalana win. Okay? Nandopananda was defeated. So because of this, the Anathapindika very happy. So he invites the Buddha. He said, "Oh, not only this meal today. I want to invite you now for 1 week. Follow 1 week for celebrating these good things that happen."
Then for 7 days he accorded great honor to the 500 bhikkhus with the enlightened one at their head.
So this is the story. Okay, and that's why this is the song in the chanting. Okay, Nando Pananda Viputam. So you can read it also, and also you can see the translation again there. Yeah, maybe we read the translation one more time. If anyone has questions. No sé, You know that? You remember chanted very often. So this is the translation. Maybe you can read again.
Nandopananda was a serpent with great power but wrong use. The Lord of Sages defeated him by means of a display of marvels, sending his son Moggallana, the serpent elder, to tame him. By the power of this may you have victory blessed.
So this is the seventh story, the seven verses on the from the eighth altogether from the Buddha Jaya Mangala Gatha that is appear on the cricket 37. Okay, anyone have question about this? Or whatever, anything. So you see again the pictures, the illustration. Galana fighting with the Nandopananda, the Buddha standing down with his community of the monk, with Sumeru mountain going up to the universe. Yeah? And then this is the universe. This is Brahma. This is already Brahma words. This is different angels. Okay. Paranimita Wasawati is the last one, and then come Mahabrahma, and then all them. Kanikataka, it's the last one. And then here it's Nirvana. So this is the cosmologic of the Buddhism. I think one time I talked to you about this. So you see the sun and the moon is here. So when we crawl around 7 rounds, that's why it makes dark. Sakar is here. Sakar, the 33. Good. So I will stop sharing, or you want to ask something? Please. I hope it's not complicated, huh? Good. So we pay respect again to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So actually we have one more story, huh? The last one. Bhakam Brahma. Araham Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Buddham Bhagavantam Bhagavan Namaskara Patipanno Bhagavato Thank you. Good night.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu. Very nice. So,
Now he can.
good night. Good night.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Welcome. Bis zum nächsten Mal.
Slalato.
That's the egg.
Hello.
You. Trouble.
Trouble?
Oh, Lisa.
Lisa.
Ah.
Schönen Abend.
Ja,
Schönen Abend euch
schönen
auch.
Abend.
Tschüss.
Das ist Lisa.
She's coming. She's